2022 was a year to remember for a number of reasons. First, there was an incredible Champions League knockout stage, and then the World Cup, one football fans will savor for years to come. But apart from the above-mentioned events, we can't help but recall many and many beautiful goals. Though we can't include all of them, we hope you enjoy our compilation of 30 best goals of 2022. Make sure you don't miss anything, as each and every goal you're about to see is a true piece of art. But before we get into it, here's our today's question for you. Which one of these strikers didn't make it into the top 10 of the best goal scorers in 2022? Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Christopher Nkunku, Harry Kane? Please leave your answers in the comments, and now get ready, here we go. Let's kick off with Maximilian Wittek's goal against Roma. After a low pass from his teammate, the German went for a first-time shot from outside the box. Though his shot wasn't that powerful, its curve was more than enough to make up for it, which resulted in a stunning goal. Number 29 in our list is the goal scored by Yuri Tillemans against Everton. The Belgian controlled the ball with his knee and then smashed it right into the top corner. Though the Everton keeper made a desperate jump, the superb placement of his shot made it literally impossible to save. The Georgian Khvicha Kvaratskhelia, Serie A Player of the Year, can boast with a number of marvelous goals, like this one against Monza. Khvicha easily dribbled past his opponent, then raised his head and made a precise fine shot, which went in off the post. The next name in our list is the master passer Kevin De Bruyne. In a match against Bournemouth, Kevin got the ball and ran into the box to make a pinpoint shot with the outside of his foot. It all looked so smooth that the whole episode looked like one from the City training ground. That is why we had to include De Bruyne's shot in our list. Now to a double display of skill. First, there came a fantastic long-range pass which found the Montpellier striker Elie Wahi. And then it was the youngster's time to shine as he finished it with a bicycle kick. Though it wasn't the most fancy of bicycle kicks, the whole combination deserves recognition and leaves us no choice but to give this goal a place in our top 30. Another wonder kid, the 18-year-old Moukoko, beat his opponent with dribbling, cut inside, and launched an absolute rocket in a match against Bochum. His shot headed for the top corner and went in off the bar. Though this goal probably deserves a higher place, we still have to admit that it was also the keeper's mistake that made it possible. And now to yet another young player. In a game against Napoli, the 20-year-old Lorenzo Colombo managed to control the ball after a heading pass from his teammate and then, after a short pause, went for a stunning long-range shot without any run-up. Lorenzo's curved shot had both superb power and precision, and there was nothing the goalkeeper could do to save it. Our number 23 is the goal scored by Rafael Leao. The Portuguese came in as a sub 87 minutes in and only needed 4 minutes to make a difference. He dribbled past the Switzerland defender and made a pinpoint shot which found the back of the net as the keeper could only watch it go in. We could have also added Salem Al-Dawsari's goal against Argentina, but the thing with that goal is that it had a lot to do with Emiliano Martinez and his poor goalkeeping, so let's proceed to the next one. 22nd place goes to Jack Colback's screamer. The Englishman got the ball not far from the corner flag and shot it with his left. However ambitious, Jack's shot went in. The ball flew very high and then suddenly dropped, leaving the West Brom keeper completely caught off guard. Even Jack himself couldn't believe what he just did. As for the next goal, scored by the Barca prodigy Pedri, it was beautiful and important at the same time. Dembele passed the ball to the Spaniard who beat one and then two opponents with a fake shot and sent the ball into the bottom corner, beating Yacine Bounou with his shot's power and trajectory. As a result, Pedri's goal brought the much-needed 3 points to Barca as they beat Sevilla 1-0 and moved up into the second place in La Liga. In case you've been missing Mario Balotelli, here's the spectacular goal he scored in a Turkish Super League game in May 2022. The Italian got the ball and headed towards the penalty area. He beat his opponent with fancy stepovers, but it wasn't the end of it, as Mario's skill moves were followed by a Rabona kick goal. as if Balotelli suddenly got possessed by Cristiano and Quaresma at the same time. By the way, Mario scored as many as 5 goals that evening, thus completing his first ever penta-trick. Now to Cristiano Ronaldo's moment of pure brilliance against Tottenham in March 2022. Ronaldo got the ball from Fred 12 minutes in. The Portuguese controlled it with his first touch and then launched the rocket from 30 yards out. The shot's immense power was clearly too much for Hugo Lloris to handle, and Ronaldo's shot found its way into the back of the net. Ronaldo scored 3 that day and brought his side a 3-2 victory. But let us not forget about another hero of that game, Harry Maguire. Just look at this exquisite finish, which left no chance for the keeper. For the United keeper, to be precise. Our number 18 is the goal scored by Rodrigo Riquelme versus Real Sociedad. Rodrigo embarrassed his opponent with a cheeky nutmeg, raised his head, and then sent the ball into the back of the net with power. An amazing long shot from the Atletico Madrid Academy product. 17th place goes to Núñez, not Darwin but the Portuguese Mateus. With a pocket of space in front of him, he was about to make a cross, but changed his mind at the last moment and went for a powerful shot instead. The ball's power and precision made it look like a cannonball as it nearly tore the net apart. No wonder the keeper's jump made no real difference. There's no way you can save that. Our joint 16th place includes 5 goals, the best free kick scored in 2022. Dusan Vlahovic went for a placement rather than power against Roma. The ball went over the wall and then into the back of the net off the bar. Luis Chavez's goal against Saudi Arabia was one of the most memorable episodes of the World Cup. Not only was this long-range free kick beautiful, but also brought victory to Mexico. In a match against Cameroon, Youssouf Chanyama left no chance for Andrea Onana with his absolutely stunning free kick, which found the top corner despite the distance. Gedson Fernandes was to make a free kick from a very tight angle and still went for a direct shot, whose incredible trajectory amazed everyone, including the goalkeeper. And last but not least, this mind-blowing free kick by James Ward-Prowse. Just look at this shot. Absolutely unstoppable. 15th place goes to Kylian Mbappé and his 2 goals. The first one was scored against Juventus. Federico Gatti was no match for the Frenchman, just like his second opponent. Mbappé had now only the keeper to beat, and his shot went past Wojciech Szczesny and then into the back of the net off the post. The second one is also worth mentioning. In a match against Poland, Kylian got the ball in the box and didn't think twice before making a funny shot, which found its way into the back of the net past the same keeper, Wojciech Szczesny. However, no matter how brilliant this goal looked, it was also the keeper's fault, as Wojciech was too slow to react. Now to number 14, and it's the long-range goal scored by the Englishman John Buckley. John got the ball and went for a first-time finish as he smashed it in from 35 yards out. The power of this ball made a mockery out of the Birmingham keeper. The ball was already in the back of the net when he raised his hands. No wonder such a stunning shot was named the Championship Goal of the Month. Now to one of the best goals of the Champions League group stage. Alexandro Grimaldo was too far from the box, it seemed, but ultimately came up with a decision and went for an ambitious shot from long range. Though his shot seemed to lack power, its mesmerizing trajectory did the trick, leaving the Maccabi goalkeeper well beaten as the ball found the top corner. As for this goal by Rafael Borré, you may still remember it all too well. Not only did this incredible shot come like a bolt from the blue, but also came at the right moment. Barcelona needed a victory to make it into the Europa League semi-final, but Eintracht were already 1-0 ahead when 36 minutes in, Rafael Borré made a difference. Surrounded by the Barca players, he still managed to score an absolute screamer as the ball hit the back of the net in the blink of an eye. 11th place goes to Brad Potes and his goal. Just look at this perfect pass and Brad's finish, which was no less perfect. A wonderful assist was followed by a stunning bicycle kick. 2 fantastic displays of skill at once, which is why this goal was destined to be in our list. And now to our 10th place. As many as 3 wonderful bicycle and scissor kicks. As you might have guessed, Richarlison's goal against Serbia just has to be here. Richarlison got the ball from Vinicius, flicked it up in the air with his left foot, and then smashed it in with his right, sending the ball into the bottom corner. This goal has deservedly made it in our top 10, as fans and pundits alike were quick to name it the best goal of the World Cup at the very same moment it was scored. Not to forget Bruno Petkovic and his goal against Bodo Glimt. Unlike Richarlison, the Croatian performed an actual bicycle kick. His power and placement made it absolutely unstoppable for the keeper. Mattia Destro can also boast with a spectacular goal. Out of these 3 goals, this one was scored from the longest distance. However, we had to give credit to all 3 of them, and that is why these goals share 10th place in our list. 9th place goes to none other than Lionel Messi. While he was renowned for his solo goals and magnificent free kicks back in his days at Barca, in 2022 he broke the record of the number of goals scored from outside the box, which has a lot to do with his new role at PSG. Among them, Leo's goal against Lens in April 2022, a stunning shot of great power. His goal against Rouen no less powerful and precise, and of course the goal against Benfica in the Champions League, which involved both the world-class finish from Leo and the brilliant combination from his fellow attackers. But the goal that made it into our list is the one Leo scored against Mexico. It was a most important match for Argentina. They needed a win to advance into the knockout stage, and their opponent's defense seemed impenetrable. But Leo came in clutch 64 minutes in, as he at last got the space he needed and made the most of it. Messi controlled the ball and ascended low into the bottom corner, past Guillermo Ochoa. Though it wasn't the only goal in that game, it surely was the turning point of the whole match, as the Mexicans were actually close to clinching a draw, which would have got Argentina relegated. So not only was this goal perfectly executed, but it also helped Leo Messi's side advance, and we all know what happened next. While we intended to give 8th place to Santiago Colombado's goal at first, we ultimately decided to dismiss it for the same reason: poor goalkeeping. So that is why we're including Erling Haaland's goal instead. His acrobatics showed against his former team Borussia Dortmund, the goal that made all the headlines, so there's no real need for us to tell you about it once again. However, it was indeed a unique goal, as nobody managed to score anything like that in 2022 apart from Erling. Besides, why not dilute our combination of long shots with something of a different kind? Now to a prime example of tiki-taka. Number 7 goes to Orlando City's players, who completely confused their opponents from Chicago Fire with their passing. 5 first-time passes in a row and a finish from Erkan Kara. The striker, who had just made a backheel pass, quickly turned around and found the top corner with his powerful shot. The Orlando City players' creativity and skill leave us no chance but to place this goal this high. Now to unbelievable goal straight out of English non-league football. One extremely easy to overlook, so just take a look at this strike. The name of the scorer is Ollie Babington, and it happened in January 2022. Many would say he got lucky, but a portion of luck is always around when we speak about football. 5th place goes to the farthest goal in our list. The Brazilian João Figueiredo made an interception not far from the center circle and came up with an immediate decision as he went for a long-range shot. The Brazilian's decision caught the Fenerbahce goalkeeper completely off guard, as he could just stand and watch the rocket flying past him into the back of the net. Now to what Real Madrid and Milan fans must have been waiting for: the 2 best solo goals of 2022. Let's start with the Milan player, Theo Hernandez. The Frenchman got the ball at the edge of his own box and sprinted across the whole pitch. Though his dribbling was far from perfect, no one from Atalanta could keep up with his pace, as Theo reached the penalty area and sent the ball into the bottom corner. The second goal was scored by the Real Madrid player of the season, Federico Valverde. In a match against Mallorca, the Uruguayan got the ball in his own half and went past 3 opponents. Once in front of the penalty area, he could have passed the ball, but kept going all by himself. He cut inside and found the net with a brilliant shot. While Valverde's run wasn't as impressive as Theo's, his finish is worthy of all the praise. And now to the bronze. It goes to Sevilla defender Nemanja Gudel for his 2 goals, both of which were named goals of the month in La Liga. The first one was scored against Mallorca. Look at this shot of immense power, which went straight into the top corner. Its Goal of the Month title was more than deserved. Another Nemanja screamer was scored in the derby game against Real Betis. The midfielder made the most out of the space he got and smashed it in from long range with such power that the ball had already reached the goal when the keeper made his job. The Serb's howitzer brought Sevilla a 1-0 win and once again was named Goal of the Month. Second place goes to the Frenchman Dimitri Payet and his unbelievable goal against PAOK. The Frenchman's teammate found him with a delightful pass from the corner kick, and Payet went for the first-time finish. His shot had so much power in it that the ball bounced back after it hit the back of the net. The goalkeeper's desperate save attempt was never meant to stop Payet's shot. You just don't save such shots, especially from the likes of Dimitri Payet. And now to the moment you've been waiting for. Goal of the week, Goal of the Month, the Puskás Award nominee and Goal of the Season in the 2022 Argentine Primera Division. All this glory belongs to the 37-year-old Argentine Pablo Perez. Just look at his shot while minding his age. After a low pass from his teammate, Pablo performed a stunning bicycle kick which went in off the bar. In our opinion, this is the goal that deserves to be called the best in 2022. You can't explain it with luck, as you clearly see that Perez was doing that fully on purpose. What is more, it's the only goal in our list scored from a volley, and that makes the Argentine strike even more special. That was our top 30 of the most beautiful goals scored in 2022, though there were obviously way more of them. And once again, it's nothing but our vision. And it's alright if you disagree with us about some of the goals, so please share your thoughts with us and let us know in the comments which one of these brilliant shots did you enjoy the most. Dear friends, feel free to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button if you enjoyed this video, as that will help its promotion and allow you to get a notification once our new video is out. That's it for today, but there's a bunch of other videos we have on our channel, so don't hesitate to check them out.